and today's vlog comes to me from a production company known as The Tired Student. I am nearing the end of my first year at university. Tomorrow I have my last lecture ever, and I'm basically done apart from a presentation, an essay, another essay during May, and an exam in June, but those are just tiny inconsequential things that no one cares about. So I thought I'll just do a video and reflect on the experience I've had as being a first year uni student. Being the vat of emotion that I am, I'm already extremely nostalgic, and it's making me wonder how I'm going to cope in 2 years' time when I'm actually permanently leaving uni. But that's the biggest thing. I only have 2 years left, and this year has gone by so fast. So it's just really making me freak out. I'm starting to freak out about jobs and careers already, but that's a whole pathway that I'm not going to go down in this video. Overall, I've had a really good first year, to the point where I have to remind myself to not completely black out the parts where it wasn't so good. It is a lot of work. Generally in the UK, your first year doesn't actually count towards your final degree classification, which tends to lead to the assumption that first year is just a DOS year, which it really isn't. People do work hard. You have to work hard, and writing essays is really stressful sometimes, and by sometimes I mean 99% of the time. Degree wise, I'm doing a history degree, and I've really loved my course. I feel like in terms of academics, the level has just gone up to psh. I feel like even compared to A levels, you have to form your own opinion a lot more. I feel like I've learned a lot more about the nature of history. For example, even in A levels, you are told that history isn't just a list of facts about stuff that happened in the past, but now even more it's about forming your own arguments, interpretations, and looking at different historians and seeing whether you do or not disagree with them. I've actually really liked living away from home. I like cooking for myself and having a bit more responsibility. Of course, I do get homesick. Ironically, I was actually more homesick at the beginning of this term than I was at the very start of uni, but I think that's just because in the very start you've got Freshers Week, which is really exciting and was really friendly. I still obviously think highly of it and miss it, and then that's really distracting. I'm really lucky that I've made really good friends here, and I would probably say that they are the biggest part of why I've enjoyed uni so much. I feel kind of like I'm betraying myself for saying that, because I've always been really academically driven. I mentioned not wanting to gloss over the parts that weren't so good, and I do remember for the first couple of months there was that sense of uneasiness of not having friends at uni that I felt that close to, or as close to my friends back home. On the other hand, something that's good, that kind of related, is that I have stayed in touch with my friends from back home a lot more than I thought I would, which has been really nice. I really feel like I'm missing stuff out, because just being at uni, that's my norm now, that's my life now, so there's probably stuff now that I just take for granted, whereas if somehow a version of my sixth form self were to come and see what my life was like now, they'll be like, oh, that's different, or that's interesting. So, but there you go. I guess that's part of changing. You don't remember the past as much as you sometimes think you would. I know some of you guys have had your first years at uni this year too, so how has that gone for you? Also, if you're currently not at uni but are planning to go in the future, you have any questions for me, then just ask them and I'll just respond in the comments. I'm now going to go and do some reading on the union between England and Scotland in 1707, say goodbye to one of my friends who's going home today, come back, do some more reading, edit this vlog, and then hopefully go to sleep. So yeah, my uni life is definitely a lot busier than my life before uni, but that has its pluses and negatives, but there you go. Bye.